Rodney, every resident that's entering an aged care facility, they get a legal contract when they're entering. In your opinion, what are the key things that are missing from those contracts?
Well, there's three key things missing, I think. I mean, there are many things that could be added to it, but let's just take the most important ones. From my point of view, first of all, an alternate dispute resolution clause. I've talked about that in another of our talks, and that is first up on my list. Secondly, you must be sure that the contract actually says what is the standard of care that you are entitled to. Now again, I've described how confused that situation is, and this is where lawyers can help. So the second thing is there should be a standard of care actually stipulated so that the resident can rely on that standard, and then even in low order issues that might arise, they can say, you're bound, you promised to give me a high quality standard of care, but this isn't what's happened. So you get leverage from actually having something to refer to in your contract. The third thing is there's a Charter of Rights. There's a new Charter of Rights which the Department of Health and the Minister has prepared and has now published, and it's now in operation as from the 1st of July. That should be an attachment to the contract. The Department of Health has stipulated that everybody should be offered a copy of the Charter of their rights and responsibilities, signed by the operator, and they should be invited to sign. Nobody's compelled to sign, but it's sort of like an offer. But it isn't an offer, and none of those rights are enforceable in any kind of legal claim. That's because there's another section in the Aged Care Act which says so. We never hear anything about that from the Department of Health, and I'm quite sure that tens of thousands of residents, if they even think about it, would assume that it is something that they can enforce. Actually, they can complain about it. They can write to the Complaints Commissioner. The Complaints Commissioner can try to enforce it. But as I've said in another one of our Q&A sessions, there's a bottom line, which is the complaints system has its serious limitations. So I would say the third thing about the contract, add the Charter of Rights and make it a part of the commitment by the provider to the resident.